Welcome to Success Loves Speed. I am so excited to present this topic because it is something I am incredibly passionate about. I fully believe that I can attribute my success in Plexus to just a couple things. Number one, my mindset and my belief in myself, the company, the products, and what I was doing, my mission. My belief was 1,000%. My second, I believe, was my speed. You guys have heard me talk a lot about a pace. When you're in this business, if you want to be successful, you want to pick a pace. Not everyone who joins us is going to want to run the pace that I ran. I like to call the pace that I ran diamond pace. I had my sights set on the top position in the company. To get to that position, you have to run a really intense pace. I think pace is everything in this business. If you join our company and you're just looking to make, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, you may just need an intense pace for a short period of time. And you can maybe even do what I like to call like those 30-day pushes, just several times at short periods of time to make yourself successful and reach that type of income level. Everyone can do that. It's very simple. We train you all to do that. Our company trains you to do that. And it's very, very easy to do. However, the level that I'm talking about, the level to get to the higher rankings in a company are going to require a massive amount of effort. Here's what I want you to understand though. Speed is what removes the intense effort. So it can take a lot of effort to get the speed going and the momentum going. But John Maxwell says the law of the big mo is that momentum is a leader's best friend. And why does he say that? He says that because when you reach momentum, when you work really hard and push to get momentum, and if you've noticed that snowball that rolls down a hill, it doesn't require a lot of effort. It's doing that on its own. However, so many people give up right before that big giant snowball crests the top of the mountain. They get to the very top peak where the push is the hardest, where it requires the most effort. And I can promise you that if you try to roll a snowball up a hill slowly, it will be very difficult than if you try to roll it up the hill quickly. So many people give up right before they get to that crest, and that snowball just takes off. And with or without you, it is going to roll. So excuse me. So to start us out, success loves speed. You know what else loves speed? Money. Money loves speed. But success and money are not the only things that love speed. My abs love speed. If my trainer asks me to do 10 sit-ups slowly or asks me to do 10 sit-ups quickly, the 10 sit-ups quickly win every time. My abs love speed. They don't love that intense, controlled, slow motion. A job opportunity that you've just recently heard about, guess what? It also loves speed. The person who gets to that job opportunity first and puts their application in first and interviews first is more likely to get the job than the person who hears about an opportunity but waits a few weeks to jump on it. So job opportunities, they also love speed. We also learned that Super Saturday loves speed. If you did not register immediately for Super Saturday when the link was put out, you missed out. It turns out that tickets love speed. Tickets to concerts, tickets to Super Saturday, and tickets to convention also love speed. So these are types of opportunities that you can't wait. You can't mull over and decide, do I really want to do that? They love speed. And if you take action, then you pretty much guarantee yourself a spot into some of those great concerts, Super Saturdays, convention. Guess what else loves speed? Your business. Your business in this company loves speed very much. And when you look around you and you say, wow, how's that person going so fast? I can tell you they made a commitment. They made a choice to go fast. They're running a pace that they determined that this opportunity was worth it. They were going to seize the time, seize the moment, and they were going to run the pace fast. But before we go any further, I really want to address what I hit on in the very beginning. And that is the biggest hurdle to overcome before you put the pedal to the metal is your mindset. 80% of this business is your thoughts and beliefs. Your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, the products, and the company. 20% of this business is the how-to. I want you to always remember that. If you're spending 80% of your time on the how-to and 20% of your time on the mindset, then you've missed the picture. You've missed the mark. You are going to continue to fail. This is not a how-to. This is a mindset. This is a belief. This is a drive, internal determination, I can do this kind of business. I promise you that you can start this business running at full open speed if you believe in the company and the belief, and the how-to just comes. The how-to comes as you do the business. The best way to learn to do this business is doing it. It's the hardest way to learn this business is by reading it, by trying to figure it out. Our recent challenge that we have a lot of questions about, I promise that once it begins and it launches live and people start registering, they're going to stop having a lot of questions because it's in the doing that the questions are answered. And it makes it much, much easier. I want you to know that mindset and belief can be overcome. If you're struggling with that, there are things you can do to help overcome your negative mindset and your negative beliefs so that you can be successful. So why does success love speed? Well, first to answer that, let's define action. And action is the causation of change. So whatever result you're after, it's a change from what you have now, okay? So if you desire to hit that first rank in the company, you have to change what you're doing right now. There has to be a change from where you are to get a result. You cannot stay the same. You can't just think about it. You can't just put it off until tomorrow. You have to actually take action. And here's something very, very, very important to remember. I want you to write it in bold, and I want you to highlight it, and I want you to never forget it. And that is that motivation is not a feeling that comes and causes action. It's action that motivates us. The action has to come first. We're never going to be motivated to exercise. That's never going to sound like a good idea. But if I put on my running shoes and I put on my exercise clothes and I get out there in the street and I start walking and I start running, as I get farther and farther down the street, the motivation comes. And then the feelings come that, hey, I want to run a little bit farther. Hey, this is starting to feel good. I'm feeling proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that I took action. The same is true in your relationships with your children and your spouse. If you're waiting for the moment when you're just going to feel this unending love towards your husband without action, it's not going to come. I promise that the motivation and the desire and those feelings of love come from the action of loving another person. They come from putting someone else's needs first and looking at what does he desire and how can I meet some of his needs. And it's a reciprocal thing because then he feels loved and he reciprocates the same to you. So you cannot have motivation without action. If you are waiting for motivation, I promise it will never come. It comes in action. You get excited once you get that first customer, once you get that first distributor, then the excitement comes to continue to do actions. So why does action get results? There's a great guy named Robert Ringer. He talks a lot about why success loves speed. And in that, he mentions, number one, when you do too much planning, there's a tendency to overthink everything. And then you come up with more reasons why what you're thinking or planning won't work. Show of hands if anybody has ever overthought something that they decided then to never do. Okay, I would say that that is definitely problem number one that I see with any new distributors that join my team. They spend too much time thinking and not enough time doing. This business requires action, not thought. So you have a success kit, you open it up, you go step by step. We don't need you to think anymore. We just need you to do step 1 through 10. take action, then you'll be motivated. Number 2, when you procrastinate, you tend to lose your enthusiasm. You get comfortable with the way that things are. But when you take action, you get those creative juices flowing. Suddenly things start happening, and then in turn, it creates more excitement and motivation. What did we say? Action causes motivation. How many of you, show of hands, have ever procrastinated and lost your enthusiasm for a project? Yes, we all have. When that new distributor gets their starter kit, if they don't roll into action immediately, over time they lose their enthusiasm. So they were so excited, they couldn't wait to click join. They were chomping at the bit to get their starter kit and their products. You've got to move them to action immediately. You've got to get them on that 3-way call. You have to get them in a chat with your sponsor. You have to get them their first customer, their first sale, or their first distributor. You have to move them in action before their enthusiasm dissipates. Number 3, I loved this because all of these are so true, but this one, I'm like, I love having a name to it. Robert Ringer talks about his fiddle theory. Fiddle, like you fiddle with something. The longer you fiddle around with a deal, the greater the odds it will never close. More circumstances begin to present themselves in the waiting, then they only serve as more confirmation not to act. So you get that kit in front of you and you fiddle with it. Instead of taking action and doing something with that kit in your hand, you fiddle with the kit and you say, oh, I don't really know, and you kind of look through it and you maybe start your products, and then a week goes by and your spouse reminds you of how those things don't work. That's such a scam. I can't believe you did that. And a little bit more time goes by and they decide to maybe take some action, and then they're discouraged by the results, by the feedback that they get from other people, because they have fallen into the fiddle theory. They've fiddled around with it too long, and now circumstances have begun to present themselves that just are serving confirmation for them not to act. You've got to jump on an opportunity. Success loves speed. Success loves speed. And then number 4, time is finite. You must take action now. There is only so much you can accomplish in your lifetime. Why continue to waste time? Guys, this is the time. There will come a day 20 years from now when every household in America knows what Plexus is as much as they know what Walmart is, okay? And at that point, it's just gonna be a decision to try or not to try. However, you are in a unique time and a unique opportunity to be in the very beginning stages of a growing business, where if you jump on, if you stop wasting time, if you stop fiddling, if you stop doing too much planning, if you stop procrastinating, you have an incredible opportunity in front of you. However, you're going to lose out and miss out on the opportunity because you have fallen into those traps, because you have decided to go slow, and going slow doesn't love success. Success loves speed. They are married together. They are the key to making this business work for you. So I'm going to give you some action steps because I think it's really important. Everybody's like, okay, so I need to go fast. What does that look like? What do I do? How do I do it? How do I move into the next phase? How do I go quickly? So number 1, decide today that you are willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. Do not take this step 1 lightly. It is huge. It requires commitment. It requires a family effort. It requires sitting down with your significant other and the people in your household and making an agreement that as a family, you are going to do whatever it takes to be successful in this business. That means there will be sacrifice. That means there will be events missed that mom or dad may not get to participate in. That means that you may have to miss some things to attend the company's larger events that are critical to attend events, to make your business successful. I promise you that you will not be able to continue a pace or a speed without taking hard stops at those critical events that our company does to put a boost, inject belief into your business, inject enthusiasm into your business, inject that excitement again that can wane when you're working really hard. I know that I always get really excited when Christmas time is here and I start unpacking all my decorations and I start wanting to like put things up. However, if I start to procrastinate or if I've been working really hard at decorating the house for a couple days, I'm just done with it. I'm kind of over it. I'm like, you know what? The tree looks good like it is. Let's just leave it. All those ideas I had to decorate every inch of this house with Christmas has now passed. However, if I had an event or something to push me into that excitement and belief again, then I feel like, okay, I am ready to do this. Leaders are born at events. They are born there. If you do not get your people to events, your business will fail. It is critical. Number 2, I want you to do a checkup from the neck up. Helen McFadden always says that, and I think that that is just the perfect way to put that. Because what did I say in the beginning of this call? 80% is what's happening up here. So before you get ready to put that pedal to the metal, you got to do that checkup from the neck up. You got to decide and know and take inventory. What am I believing? What am I thinking? Do I already believe that I'm a failure? Do I already think that this business can't work? Do I already think that no one wants what I have to offer? If you are believing those things, they are going to bring your business to a screeching halt as soon as you start action. So you need to do a checkup from the neck up. What are your beliefs? What thought patterns do you need to change? If you're really struggling in this area, I'm going to post some resources in the team page that can really help you with your mindset and belief. Number 3, commit to increasing your speed. This will not come without a commitment. You have to choose at what level you want to commit. You can't just say, okay, here I am, I'm ready to go fast. Okay, well, go fast for how long and for what? What is the goal you are trying to reach? And how long will that goal take you to get there? I did a poll of some diamonds and I asked them if they thought that pace played a significant role in their success and how long did they have to work to achieve that rank. And it was a resounding, I would say 95%, 2 years. So they gave themselves, they went pedal to the metal for 2 years, head down, intense speed, sacrificed everything else in their life, gave up all their pleasures, gave up TV, gave up, being here or being there. People missed some pretty significant life events to commit to this business for 2 years. But then they reached the pinnacle of their career in only 2 years. That's unbelievable. What are you willing to sacrifice to get to the level that you want? Maybe it's not that top level. Maybe it's one of those middle levels. So do you need to increase your speed for 1 day? Do you need to increase your speed for 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year? Or 2 years? That's all going to decide on the destination that you are headed and where you're going to go. But I promise you it will be worth it. And I want you to remember 2 key things, okay? Make sure you write these down under commit to increasing your speed. The speed of the leader is the speed of the team. Your team will never go faster than you. So if you are slow, they will be slower. If you are medium speed, they will be a little bit less than medium speed. Second thing I want you to write down, group momentum always comes after personal momentum. So your team will never be in full momentum unless you have gone through full personal momentum. That is the only way this business works. So sitting around wishing, hoping, praying, crying for your team to be in full momentum until you've made the sacrifice to be in personal full momentum, that group momentum will never come. Okay? The speed of the leader is the speed of the team. Number 4, this is the big one. Resolve to not quit. So you can decide that you're going to do today whatever it takes to be successful, to take action. You can do the number 2 and do a checkup from the neck up. You can do a number 3, commit to increasing your speed, gain personal full momentum. But here's where it will all fall apart if you have not done number 4, and that is resolve to not quit. You have to resolve to not quit when you're tired. You have to resolve to not quit when you're frustrated, discouraged, the computer systems don't work, you've been rejected, you miss a goal. Maybe you were going to hit a rank this month and it didn't happen. Your customer quits, your team gives up, your team all goes away. You have to resolve not to quit. The only thing that stands between you and where you want to be is you. Nothing else. If you're making excuses, if you're saying, oh, well, it's my team, or nobody stuck with me, or everybody wants to quit, or I had 5 customers and now I have 0. The only thing that stands between you and getting 5 new customers is you. It's not what's happened in the past. The past is gone. The past is behind you. You have to commit to not quit. You have to have a resolve. And that's why I used that word, resolve. To me, it's even stronger than the word commitment. It's meaning that no matter what comes, no matter what happens, I will not quit. And even at this level in my business, I'm resolved. I had to resolve to stay here. Once you get to a place, there are no guarantees that you will stay there. There are no guarantees that half my team won't decide today to join another company and leave. There are no guarantees. I've resolved that no matter what comes, I'm not quitting, because I know that it's in that resolve lies true success. True success does not come overnight. It was not birthed in a day. It came through commitment, perseverance, hard work, and sacrifice and time. I gave this business time. I didn't just put my head down for 1 year and ran at full Top Gun speed, and then when I didn't reach where I wanted to go in 1 year said, well, this is not for me. No, I had resolved not to quit. And I could look back and I could see how far I had come. So even if I didn't hit that goal, even if it was taking longer than I thought, I put my head down and I resolved not to quit. So here you are, the start of 2017. This is your year. I want you to put that across the top of your planner or across the top of your notebook. This is your year. This will be the year that you change everything, that you go into massive action, that you stop listening to the lies around you and you resolve and believe that you can be successful, that you can do this, that this is your time, that your why is big enough, that your resolve is strong enough, that your commitment is at the top, that you are going to do this. So tomorrow, you're not just going to celebrate a new year. You're going to do these action steps and you are going to commit to take action and increase your speed. And together, we are going to go full throttle. Now, some of you may only go full throttle with me for a month, and that's okay. Based on your why and your goals and your desires, that may be all you need. But this mama goes full throttle pretty much 24/7 because I am not satisfied until I have a team of people that are where I am. And that only works when you are building that belief and that dream into the people that have joined you and you are committed. You don't give up, so they don't give up. They will do what you do, not what you say. So who's excited for 2017? Who is ready to take their business to the next level? And success loves speed. And I'm really proud of all of you, really proud of so many of you that took this month of December when a lot of people took a break and really committed to laying the groundwork for some important steps. As you can see, that was really, really important. They've released some incredible challenges for you and some incredible motivating things for you and tools to take your business to the next level. Now it just depends on you to take action, to not be the fiddler, to not procrastinate, to not overthink this, but to actually take action. So I'm so excited for you guys. We're going to continue on this journey of Success Loves Speed with new and engaging posts in the team page and some fun challenges that are going to help us increase our speed and do it together. Because together we can win, right? Together is what makes it fun. We are all in this together. Those of you who are attending Super Saturday, this fits right in with this talk I'm having. You guys are absolutely going to love it. You're going to walk away from that event recharged, excited, motivated. There's exciting surprises coming and things you don't know that you will want to know, that I know, that I would love for you to know. So it's really exciting and I can't wait. So let me stop the recording.